This is a figure 4 deadfall, and so you have the bait stick here, you have the stick that the weight's going to be propped against, and then you have the central stick that kind of connects everything together. I like to burrow that down in the ground. For the bait stick, if you have cordage or you have some sort of bait that you can kind of mush in there, that's really good, because then it forces whatever animal to kind of bite and pull on the bait stick, and it's more likely to set the figure 4 deadfall off. One time I killed a snake, I took the end of the tail, I tied it around the bait stick, so the animal had to come through, bite onto that, and pull the bait stick off. In that situation, the figure 4 deadfall didn't kill the animal, but they got away with my bait stick, so I know that worked pretty well, because they took the whole bait stick with them. We never found it. And if you don't have rocks, so this rock was just not long enough, so I set another rock below it and set it up on top so that this portion is going to fall right where the bait stick is. If you don't have rocks, you can use large logs. Sometimes, since the logs are rounded, you may need to flatten out the bottom of it, so when you prop it up against this stick here, it doesn't rotate. If you find that you get a lot of rotation in the log, you can take other sticks and put the log in between the sticks, so it kind of uses it as a guide. So you have a stick here, you have a stick here, and the log down the middle, so when it falls, it won't have that twisting motion. Now, on your central stick, I like to use one with a Y, because it prevents a lot of pivoting. I've used other methods of the figure 4 deadfall where you sharpen this portion of it and then put a hole in this portion, but you get a lot of rotation, so it's much better to use the Y. So I'll show you how this works. So the animal comes along and it starts to nibble on the bait stick right here. And I've got this set pretty good. These things are hard to set up, so I've really set up the trigger. So once it sets it, boom, and that's a heavy rock. So then hopefully it lands right on their head. That's why it's always good on the bait stick to tie your bait on, so they have to tug on it.